What kind of photographer are you? Do you take your photography both seriously and playfully? Are you curious about how other photographers approach their craft and stay inspired? And are you more interested in the heart and art of photography than gear and gadgets? If you answered yes to any of those questions, welcome home. I'm Beth Buelow, and I'm excited to launch Pixels, exploring the heart and art of photography. This channel is dedicated to informing, inspiring, and engaging photographers at all levels. It's supported in part by an Inspired Creator Grant, a project of Nick Stover and his platform Nature Photography Classes. I'll share more about that towards the end of this video. Content will be focused on conversations with professional and emerging photographers, with an emphasis on nature, still life, architecture, and abstract photography. I see these interviews as casual, like you're listening in on a conversation over a cup of coffee. In every case, we explore the relational side of photography, including the photographer's motivations, inspirations, philosophy, their formative experiences, and their lessons learned. You're going to hear from diverse photographers who represent a range of styles, philosophies, and inspirations. Now, with so many photographers that I could speak with, I thought a lot about what these folks might have in common, even as they each have a diverse body of work. All of them are insightful and imaginative, often pushing the boundaries of creativity and challenging conventional approaches. Many of them actively teach and mentor other photographers, and they have years, sometimes decades of wisdom to share. Above all, each of them is generous with their art. They actively want others to grow and succeed as photographers. And their enthusiasm is contagious. So if you take their message to heart, you'll be excited to grab your camera and get out there and try something new. Over the next few months, I'll be joined in conversation by photographers Nick Stover, Alex Noriega, TJ Thorne, Matt Payne, Angie McMonigal, Colleen Minnick, Tara Workman, Pamela Sherlock, John Barclay, and Stephanie Johnson, with lots more on my list to talk to. Now, in addition to these interview episodes, I'll also be offering some solo episodes where I share some personal insights and commentary that come from my own creative journey. When I don't have a camera in my hand, I'm a professional coach, and I work with people to open up creative possibilities in their lives. I'll be sharing ideas that my hope is that they'll help you to think differently about your photography, whether that's how you're breaking out of ruts, the ups and downs of taking risks, dealing with imposter syndrome, embracing a growth mindset, being patient while you're making progress, balancing ego with humility, and many more topics. My goal is to offer you practical information that also challenges and inspires you to be the best photographer you can be. On this channel, one thing that you'll only get in small doses is discussion about gear or the technical aspects of photography. Those topics are covered by many photographers on YouTube and through other outlets, and they do a wonderful job, and I am always going to be happy to share those resources. That said, those kinds of conversations will probably only show up when they're relevant to the creative or philosophical conversation that we're talking about. One great example is when we're talking about intentional camera movement, because it's almost impossible to talk about that technique without talking about the technical aspects. They do go together, but you're not going to hear lots of gear talk. In fact, my hope is that we're somewhat gear agnostic, sharing ways that you can use whatever you have to see the world in new ways. And finally, as with so many initiatives in this internet age, this channel is going to evolve. I can't say that it's going to be fully formed from the get-go or that it will ever be perfect. There will be some tries and failures, experiments, and dead ends. It's maybe like the creative journey itself. It's imperfect, it's unexpected, and it's full of what ifs. In my years as an entrepreneur, and I've been in business for myself for about 16, 17 years now, I've learned to embrace the fact that oftentimes you have to build the plane while you're flying it. And that's what we're doing here. So I'm really glad that you're with me now, and I hope that you'll stick around and see where we go. As I mentioned at the start, I am super grateful that this channel is made possible in part by Photography Nature Classes and their Inspired Creator Grant. You can learn more about what kinds of projects are funded and how to submit your own application at naturephotographyclasses.com/inspiredcreator. In terms of staying in touch with this channel and learning about what's going on, there are a couple of ways that you can stay connected. Of course, you can subscribe either to the YouTube channel or via platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can also sign up to receive the monthly newsletter that will keep you up to date on guests, topics, and other opportunities for learning and inspiration. The newsletter link is in the description right below. Well, I think that's it for now, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments. So please feel free to introduce yourself and make suggestions for guests and topics that you'd like to hear about. Please do subscribe to the channel and the newsletter, like and share this video, and stay tuned for the debut episode featuring my conversation with Nick Stover. I'll close just by saying a heartfelt thanks to you for being an amazing creative presence out in the world. We need more people like you, adding beauty and mystery, capturing the human experience, and really helping everyone see and feel in new ways. Your work is a gift, so keep on giving it. I look forward to seeing you next time.